J. Frederick Smith here, Continental Realty of Jacks. We're heading into, what is this address? 2912? 2911. Oh, it's close. 2911 Wilcox. My memory is shot, that's all. And we're heading on in. This is new construction in the Moncrief neighborhood in Jacksonville. And the price is really, really nice. There are some things about the home that to me are concerning. The neighborhood is rough. At least that's my opinion. I think the neighborhood is rough. And sits right next to the freeway. Those two things, make me wonder whether I would want to own it. But let me tell you, looking at the home itself, if I don't look at the outside of the property, I just look at the home, this has a lot of nice features. Big open space for the living room. The luxury vinyl plank flooring. Actually, this is not luxury vinyl plank flooring. This looks like that. It's not hardwood either. This is actually sheet vinyl, the new sheet vinyl that's become very popular now with new construction. It's cheap. It's not as durable as LVP. It's not as durable. You have to be careful with this kind of floor because dragging heavy furniture on there could permanently damage it. So you just be careful, okay? But it does look really nice. And it will stay nice for a long time as long as you pay attention and take good care of it. We're gonna get on some lights so we can see it a little better here. Ceiling height standard 8 feet, and that's okay. Big glass doors looking out the back, and looking out you can see the freeway that we have out there. This is, the freeway literally runs right next to the house. Now, the fence is where the property line ends. And so the backyard is a decent size. It's not tiny. Now, we've already looked at the outside though, so let's just focus on the inside. The kitchen. Okay, so the kitchen opens into the main living space. One big great room here, which is fabulous. Ceiling fan is going like crazy. Nice pedestal lights, nice can lights, plenty of light in the kitchen. Granite countertops. I love granite countertops. You do have to be careful though because granite will absorb some material, and so you can stain it if you're not careful. Don't spill red Kool-Aid on your granite unless you've had it sealed. And you want to seal it every year, all right? Now, some people like quartz, and I like quartz, but the thing about quartz countertops versus granite is that the dust from the processing of cutting a quartz countertop is really, really hazardous to people. And there's a lot of folks that have been in that business now that are getting really sick as a result of the love of quartz countertops. And probably as a result of that, they're going to fall out of favor, just like asbestos tiles did. That's my feeling. I'm concerned that we're going to lose our quartz, but you know what? Granite is almost as good. And you don't have to worry about anybody, having severe disease from the dust from their granite countertops. Little electric drop-in range with the microwave fan right above it, which is just fine. Nice double sink. Now lately I've been seeing a lot of large single farm style sinks, but I prefer 2 sink basin. This one's got the garbage disposal. This one does not. Thank you for the garbage disposal. The pull down, yeah. Somebody needs to do some work under the sink there because the weight on that counterweight is messed up. But the reason why is that, if I'm doing dishes, and there's my dishwasher, if I'm doing dishes, I can't do the same job with 1 sink that I can with 2. I'd much rather have 2 sinks. I don't always want to put stuff in my dishwasher. I might just want to wash and rinse and then stack it up and call it a day, if it's small plates or something. So looking underneath, what you've got here is this guy right here. You see, this is the counterweight for the faucet, and because it's all kludged up with all this other stuff, it's catching. And since it's catching, it's not gonna go up and down properly like it should. That's too bad. So Garbage disposal is unplugged. That's okay. Dishwasher is unplugged. They both go to this switch here, which makes me wonder, if you hit that switch, is it going to turn off the dishwasher as well as the garbage disposal? You know, I bet that's exactly what happens. Well, okay, I'm glad I looked. That's fun. All right, so let's go ahead and continue on around. Now, this has a little pantry here. You know, some shelves, the wire, enough for some canned goods, some boxes, your flour, baking goods, whatever. Not huge, but definitely is helpful. There's a decent amount of cabinet space for the size of house that it is. Some homes would have more, but this has enough. At least there'd be enough for me. Now, I noticed a couple of things here. Let's see. The doors go all the way to the ceiling. They are soft closed doors. And they're soft closed drawers. So these are better quality cabinets than what we see in a lot of new construction. That's a one-off, like this property. Now, what I mean by that is this home was not built by a builder that develops. They just bought the lot and put up the house, okay? We're gonna have a look in the garage here. Two-car garage, not a big two-car garage. You can get two small cars in here. You're not gonna get two Ford Explorers in here side by side, at least not easily, if you put anything else in here besides cars. If you just put in cars, you could probably get the Explorers in there, but no way you're gonna get two Hummers. Okay, this is also where the furnace and the water heater reside, and the main electric panel, okay? So all of your main stuff is back here. Now normally, when you have a setup like this, in front of the water heater, there would be a steel pipe filled with concrete so that when you're pulling in or backing in, you don't accidentally hit the water heater. They don't have that here, and they should. It should be right there, sticking up, painted yellow or something. You know, it's just like those ones that you would see at the grocery store when you're pulling up close to the building, right? And you have, or at the gas station, where you're pulling up close to the pumps. They've got those little metal, well, they're not small. They're about 6 inches across and about 3 feet tall. The metal pipe filled with cement. Yes, and I think that this really needs it in that garage there. All right, now, this is a split, which on the East Coast means that the master bedroom is on one side and the other bedrooms are on the other side? Is that what this... Well, okay, so it's not quite a split because all the bedrooms are on one side, but the doorway here for the master is in the same part of the house as the living room. The room itself is really nice and big, maybe 20 by 14, definitely large enough for a king-size bed. I don't think you could get a pair of vanities on either side of the king-size bed, but you could get the king-size bed there and maybe one chest of drawers or something if you had it up against the wall in this corner and then the chest of drawers blocked that window. Or you could put one little vanity there and just have a little walk room. So walk-in closet, which is a decent size at maybe 5 feet by 7. They did put the single shelf up here all the way around it, and it's at the correct height. You know, this bottom, at least it's not with the wires coming down all along it like some of these we see. At least you have the ability to move your clothes a little bit from side to side. There is some bracing, and you're gonna have to work around that, but it could be worse. Could use a closet kit to really spiff that up if that's what you wanted to do. All right, then the master bath. The master bath has a tile floor. This is a wood-like tile. These are 8 by 20. I don't think they're 24. I haven't seen this. I mean, I'm familiar with this pattern of tile, and I've seen a lot of wood-like tiles like this. But the shape, the size of these is kind of unusual. Usually they're a little slimmer and a little longer. That's okay. It's still a nice floor. I don't see any issues with the grout. Since we're on a slab, it should be rock solid. You've got a little separate closet for, you know, a water closet basically, for your toilet. The counter has granite and 2 sinks. The bathtub is fiberglass, and it's a, you know, it's a 2-piece, or maybe it's a 1-piece. Let me see here. Nope, it's a 2-piece. Because you can see the joint right there. Okay, it's a 2-piece, so the tub and then the upper part's separate. But that's okay. You know, fiberglass lasts a long time. It doesn't stain. You just have to be careful you don't hit it with anything heavy. Putting a glass door on this would really keep the bathroom looking nice. There's also a very large picture mirror over the top of the cabinets and a triple light vanity light there. There's an outlet, 2 outlets here. These are probably GFCI at the panel rather than here, because that's the way they like to do it these days. So the master bath is pretty nice. The master bedroom is a good size. The walk-in closet is okay. Now let's see. Oh yeah, down here. We're going to go back to the front door and around the corner, and then we go into the main bathroom, which has the same tile as the others. Thank you. You know, I think they're like trying to match the vinyl or something when they put this in here. Same white cabinets, same granite countertop, same picture mirror, same vanity lights, same tub. This is a little bit bigger than the master bath, but really all of the features of this bathroom are just exactly the same as what we already looked at. There's really no difference except the size. If we keep going around the corner, this gets us to the other 2 bedrooms here at the end. Not bad in size, maybe 14 by 16. So you could probably not fit a king-size bed in here easily. I don't think you could. But a queen would fit just fine. There's a ceiling fan, plenty of outlets, and a big double door closet. Really nice and deep. Look at that. Look how deep that is. So that probably goes back, I'd say 4 feet. And the shelf, the single shelf here in the closet is at the correct height. There is no light, unfortunately. With it being as deep as it is, it really should have a light inside because it's dark. When I look in here, you know, it really is dark looking. And that's not going to be helpful when your clothes are hanging up since they're so far back. So maybe there would be a way you could put in some kind of a light. I'll let you figure that out. The flip side is exactly, well, it's not exactly the same, but it's darn close. Actually, it's maybe a smidge smaller at maybe 10 feet by 12 feet. It still has the same double closet. Let's see how deep it is. It's not as deep. This one doesn't need a light in here because it's not as deep, but it is a really, look at how far back that goes. This is maybe 12 feet. It runs the full length of the room. And it may be 22 or 24 inches in depth, which is enough for all of your hanging clothes. Should be just fine. Double windows here on this one side, but no windows over there because that's, well, I think that's an exterior wall. They could have put a window there, but they didn't for some reason. Oh, the reason is that if you looked out that way, you'd be looking at the neighbor's home, which is not pretty. You know, the view outside of this window is not pretty anyway. But it could be worse, I guess. All right, so 2911 Wilcox. Let's get some lights turned off. You know, this home is priced to sell. There's no doubt about that. It is priced to sell. But frankly, I would probably personally want to see some improvements in the neighborhood before I picked up this one. And there's other things too. There's a really busy street here. Like I said, this freeway that's right here. Look at that. Right outside your door. And Yeah, they put a stick in there. Of course they did. So you're going to have a lot of racket from that. And the neighborhood, you know, is rough. And with a neighborhood that has the issues that this particular neighborhood does, once again, I'd really want to, for me, if I was going to live here, I'd really want to see some improvement in the neighborhood before I picked up this house. Now, that's not to say that you shouldn't, because you could put up a privacy fence all the way around, and you could put some security in, and probably just fine. You got a double car garage, so you don't have to leave your cars outside. And it is on a dead end. So, you know, when you're on a dead end street, things seem to go past you. They don't really come down the dead end street as much as it does down a street that is not a dead end. So maybe that's okay. I do like the layout of the house. I like the floors, just have to be careful with them. I love the kitchen and the fact that you've got this huge open space that the kitchen looks out at. So everybody, you know, at dinner time or whatever can be together. People that are doing the cooking still get to interact with the people that are doing the eating or what have you. I love the cabinets, the fact that they put in a little better quality, and the fact that they put in some nice pendant lights there over the island is really nice. I like the double sink. I like the granite. And right now I like granite more than quartz because of the problems that, health problems that people are having because of working in the quartz industry. So, you know, really, all things considered, the house is nice. I really like this house. I just wish it wasn't on that busy freeway. And I really wish when I went outside that was not my view. So anyway, this is J. Frederick Smith, Continental Realty of Jax. We're 2911 Wilcox. We're going to get her locked up. And hope you guys appreciate the video. If you have any questions, you know, get a hold of me. I'd be happy to answer them. And I'll see you at the next one.